how to eat to lose 3 pounds in a week. That's what we're going over today. How to eat to lose 3 pounds a week. All right, so if you want to lose 3 pounds of body fat every week, pay attention. Now, why am I credible to speak about this? Because I lost 100 pounds in 6 months, so I was losing about 5 pounds a week, and this is exactly what we do to get something like that done. All right, so this is the rule that I like to follow. If you want to eat to lose 3 pounds a week, we want to eat 3 meals and 1 low-calorie snack. 3 meals and 1 low-calorie snack. Each meal is going to be just a protein with vegetables. So let's tie this together. I want to lose 3 pounds a week. You want to lose 3 pounds a week. What do we eat? We're going to eat 3 meals a day and 1 low-calorie snack. Each one of these meals, so the breakfast, the lunch, and the dinner, is going to be a protein and a vegetable. That's it. So on your plate, you're just going to have a protein source and some vegetables. Nothing else. Now, these are some protein sources that you can pick from. Chicken breast, chicken thigh, egg whites, eggs, salmon, cod, etc. So let me show you some visual examples. So you have 93% lean ground beef. You have eggs. You have egg whites. This is chicken breast. You even have some chicken wings. Now, you want to eat 5 to 9 ounces of a protein source with vegetables. Okay, so like let's say we have a food scale. We want to weigh out 5 to 9 ounces of the protein on this plate and eat that with some vegetables. Women should do 5 to 6 ounces of protein. Men should do 8 to 9 ounces of protein. Men need more protein than women because we're slightly larger. Okay? Now, once you know how many ounces of protein you want to eat at each meal, you can mix and match the protein sources. So you don't only have to eat chicken breast, or you don't only have to eat 93% lean ground beef. What I like to do sometimes is I'll put 4 ounces of chicken breast and 4 ounces of ground beef on my plate. Or I'll add 1 cup of egg whites and add 4 ounces of ground beef. So I will combine protein sources. I might do chicken wings with some egg whites. I'll combine the protein sources because it'll taste better if I combine it, and it's not going to be as boring. It just gives you more variety. Now, I said we're going to do protein and vegetables. We want to do 5 to 9 ounces of the protein, and you can do as many vegetables as you want. All right, so now I'm going to show you an example of how we actually weigh everything out, just so that you know. So for me, I'm going to do chicken breast and veggies. So I get my food scale, and then I add the chicken breast to it. No, 8 ounces of chicken breast I just added to this plate. So this is my protein. And then for the vegetables, you know what? You don't even need to weigh out your vegetables because they're so low calorie. Like, this is only 25 calories for every 100 grams. So it's nothing. You could add 5 cups of veggies, or you can add as many as you want. It doesn't really add that many calories. So just add as much as you want. So this is how I structure all of my meals. I have my protein source and I have my vegetables. And this is actually, I'm going to eat this for lunch later today. So this is how we structure it. Protein source and vegetables. Now, like I said, we're doing 3 meals a day. So you could eat protein and vegetables for breakfast, protein and vegetables for lunch, protein and vegetables for dinner. And remember, I said you can have 1 low-calorie snack. Let me show you some examples. Beef jerky is a good example. You can do a protein shake. You can do a protein bar. You can do fruit, and you can do low-calorie ice cream. Now, with the snacking, we just want to keep the calories low. So we're not going to do all of these snacks. We'll have one low-calorie snack a day, okay? So let me put this all together for you. How do we eat if we want to lose 3 pounds of body fat a week? We have 3 meals a day. Each meal is going to be a protein with vegetables. So we eat this for breakfast, and then for lunch, and then for dinner. And then we have one low-calorie snack. Now that could be a protein shake, a protein bar, some beef jerky, or some fruit. All right, so if you do that, 3 protein and veggie meals and 1 low-calorie snack, you'll be losing weight very quickly. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you guys what my exact meal plan is to lose 3 pounds a week. So what I have for breakfast is 1 cup of egg whites with 2 eggs with 3 ounces of 93% lean ground beef. And then I have that with some veggies. So you see, it's protein and veggies. This is what I have for my lunch every day. I have chicken breast and veggies, protein and veggies. This is what I have for dinner as well. Chicken breast and veggies, protein and veggies. And as my snack, also known as dessert, I will have some low-calorie ice cream. Now, this whole pint is 480 calories, so I'll just eat half of it. Or I'll have a protein shake. This is only 160 calories. And by me eating like this, dropping 3 pounds of body fat a week is very easy. Right? And you can copy a meal plan just like that. Now, the other thing that we have to go over is we want to do 0-calorie beverages. So here are some examples. We have water. We have diet soda. We have seltzer water. All right. Why do we want 0-calorie beverages? Because they help us stay full, hydrated, and it doesn't add calories. And that's it for today. All right. I'm going to just do a quick recap for everybody who just came on. We're going to make this quick. If you want to lose 3 pounds of body fat every single week, this is how I want you to eat. You're going to eat 3 meals a day. Each one of your meals needs to be a protein source with vegetables. So it can be chicken breast and veggies, just like I eat. All right. I eat 5 to 9 ounces of a protein source with vegetables for every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then I have 1 low-calorie snack on top of that. That's all I eat. What do I drink? I drink 0-calorie beverages like water or diet soda. And just by sticking to this simple way of eating, I lost body fat very quickly. I lost 100 pounds in 6 months by following these rules. Like I've helped thousands of people, I have helped thousands of people lose body fat, get 6-packs for the first time in their life, lose 100+ pounds just by following this. Eat a protein with veggies, have 1 low-calorie snack, only drink 0-calorie beverages like water or diet soda. Doing this, it'll change your life. You will lose body fat so quickly. So you might have been struggling before, but if you can adopt this way of eating, you will lose body fat very, very quickly. A lot of people can follow this, but where you might mess up is you might be doing this throughout the day, but then late at night you find yourself snacking and eating things that you know you're not supposed to be eating. So if I was you and I'm like following my meal plan, I'm eating my protein and my veggies, and I find myself snacking late at night, what do? I throw away the snacks. I get rid of all the temptation, and I really try to focus on getting the meal plan right, because if you get the eating right, you'll lose body fat. If you get nothing else right, if you get the eating right, you will lose body fat. I don't really want anybody here worrying about their workouts yet. Don't even worry about your cardio yet. Get the eating right, because if you get the eating right and you eat right, even if you do no exercises, you will lose weight. If you do no exercising but you eat right, you'll lose weight. All right. Now let's open up for some Q&A. Drop your questions in the comment section and we'll do some Q&A. Somebody asked me, what about sauce? Yes, definitely. You can use sauce, but you want to use a little bit of sauce. So I like to use this. I like to use hot sauce and barbecue sauce, and I'll kind of put this on my food, and this will help make it taste better, so it's easier for me to eat it. Because nobody wants to eat, you want to have some enjoyment with your food, right? Are mixed vegetables with corn okay? Yes, there are. That's fine. The best type of vegetables for fat loss is going to be like the carrots, the broccoli, the corn, and the peas. Those are going to be higher in calories, but it's not bad. But you will lose weight quicker if you pick the lighter, less starchy vegetables like the broccoli, the carrots, and the cauliflower. Is sweet potato bad? Sweet potato is not bad, but if you're trying to lose weight really quickly, I wouldn't be doing the starches. This is for people that want to lose 3 pounds a week. I would be eating sweet potato if I didn't mind losing weight a little bit slower. So you can have half a sweet potato with 1 or 2 meals a day and still be losing weight. If you feel like you need the sweet potato, and that's going to make it easier for you to stick to your diet. But if you want to lose weight quickly, I would cut out the starches. If I didn't mind losing weight a little bit slower, I would have some starches. Spinach is fine. Pasta, I would avoid pasta. Okay, so sweet potato, rice, pasta, potatoes, bread, all of these are starchy carb sources. My rule for eating starchy carbs is I want to just eat as little as possible if I'm trying to lose weight really quickly. As you see right now, I'm not eating any starches right now, and that causes me to drop body fat super quick. If I wanted to lose weight still quick, but still have some starches, then I would eat a small serving of starch with my meals. So if I eat 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I would pick one of those meals and just have a small amount of the starches. Cabbage is good, that's a veggie. Kale, yes, all of that's fine. If you can't get fresh, yes, frozen veggies are fine. I do frozen veggies. How do you calculate water? Don't worry about calculating water. If you can drink half a gallon a day, you'll be fine. What do you think about a 60-day aggressive cut? I think that's fine. Cabbage is fine. Irish potatoes are a starchy carb, so if you're going to be doing potatoes, then I would just do it with 1 meal a day. Microwavable veggies or fresh cut, I do the frozen veggies because they're more convenient for me. Either one is fine. Should I be concerned with how many grams of protein per day? Yes. You do want to make sure you're not going too low with your protein. An easy way, if you don't know how to calculate your grams, is eat 3 meals a day and make sure you have protein with every meal. So if I'm coaching you, I would tell you you're going to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For each one of those meals, you want to have 5 to 9 ounces of a protein source. All right, so that means you're going to get yourself a food scale. You're going to weigh out 5 to 9 ounces of chicken, beef, steak, fish, etc. And eat. Make sure you have protein at every single meal. That's an easy way to make sure you're getting in enough protein. Can you eat Greek yogurt with strawberries and granola every day for breakfast, eggs for lunch, and chicken and veggies for dinner? Yes, you can. Just be careful with the granola. Just use a little bit of granola. I'm turning 60 in a couple of months. Do protein drinks make you gain weight? No, protein shakes can actually help you lose weight. The key is you want to replace a meal with a protein shake. So if I wanted to lose weight quickly, I would replace a meal and have a protein shake instead. Or I would replace the bad junk food like cookies and have a protein shake instead of that. Now, you have to be careful with replacing solid meals with protein shakes because both of these are very low in calories. This one is lower in calories, but this is more filling. So if you eat this, you will be less likely to snack. If you just drink this, you will feel hungrier, and this can make you want to snack on stuff like throughout the day, because you're not going to be as satisfied. So if you can drink a protein shake and not feel the urge to snack, then go ahead. But if you want something that's going to keep you full for longer, eat the solid meal of the protein with the veggies. This is why I say eat protein and veggies, because it's very filling. Can I substitute the chicken for turkey breast? Yes, you can. You can replace the chicken breast for egg whites or 93% lean ground beef or fish or any other type of lean protein source. Should I be concerned? Answer that one. Amount of protein in veggies. So the amount of protein that you want, women should do 5 to 6 ounces of protein, and this is cooked. Men should do 8 to 9 ounces of protein after it's cooked. Right? Now these are just rough numbers. Ultimately, you want to eat 1 gram of protein for every pound that you want to weigh. So if you want to weigh 150 pounds, then you need to eat 150 grams of protein. Now, if you eat 3 meals a day and each one of these meals has protein in it, right? So if you're eating protein like this for breakfast, and then again for lunch, and then again for dinner, this is an easy way to make sure you're getting in at least 150 grams. Okay. So what I'm giving you is a cheat code to help you get in your protein without having to track the numbers if you're a beginner. Love your advice. Thank you. How much ounces of chicken breast and also how many veggies? I answered that with the chicken breast. Now, how many veggies? It does not matter. Why do I say it does not matter? Because let's say I have the difference in calories between this much veggies and this much veggies is not that big of a deal. Like this might be 5 calories. This is 40 calories. This is why you can eat as many veggies as you want. If you filled up 2 full plates full of veggies, this would be 100 calories for both plates. That's nothing. That's why you can eat as many veggies as you want. It's the perfect food to get full on. I have a question. I have hypoglycemia, low blood sugar. What do you think I could eat to lose weight but also not have a sugar crash? I get so weak and shaky if they get low. So for you, you should have a little bit of starches with each one of your meals. So let's say I was you and I had this for my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I would add some sweet potato to each one of these meals. It wouldn't be a lot of sweet potato. Let me show you. I would just add a little bit of sweet potato. Hold on, I have some right here. So this is microwavable sweet potatoes right here. If I was you and I wanted to make sure I had a little bit of starches with each meal, I would add a small handful. So I'm actually gonna use my hands for this, just so I can show you. This is how much starch I would add to each one of my meals, okay? This is a good example of what it means to have portion control. All right? And if you have this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, this will help your blood sugar stay nice and stable. Won't get too low, won't get crazy high, especially if you're eating it with the protein and veg. Can we do turkey sausage? I'm not a big fan of doing turkey sausage. I would rather you do 93% lean ground turkey instead. It's going to be lower in calories, lower in fat, and higher in protein. How much eggs can you use in the morning if you only eat eggs for breakfast? How many eggs can you eat for breakfast if you only eat eggs for breakfast? So I want you to do 2 regular eggs and then add 1 cup of liquid egg whites to that. Why do I say that? Because if you just do 2 regular eggs, this is only 12 grams of protein. Remember, everybody needs around 150 grams of protein at least a day. So 12 grams for breakfast is nothing. That's not enough. Imagine if you only did 12 for breakfast, then 12 for lunch, and 12 for dinner. That's only 36 grams for the day. That is tremendously low. You want to make sure you're getting in like 50 to maybe even 60 grams of protein with your breakfast. This is why if you do 2 regular eggs, that's 12 grams of protein, and you add in 1 cup of egg whites, which is 1 cup is 27 grams of protein, 27, 29, 30, now you're at 39 or 40 grams for your breakfast. What I like to do is add 1 cup of egg whites, 2 eggs, and I'll add in a little bit of ground beef to make sure I'm getting in 60 grams of protein for my breakfast. But just eating 2 eggs, not a good idea. Now, you might say, why can't I just do 4 eggs or 5 eggs? The reason why is because the calories go up really, really fast. The calories go up really fast if you just add on more eggs. So how can I explain this to you? Let's say we do 4 eggs. 4 eggs is 300 calories, and 6 times 4 is 24. So 300 calories and 24 grams of protein. Okay, so look, 4 eggs are 300 calories and 24 grams of protein. 1 cup of egg whites is 130 calories and 27 grams of protein. So if you do egg whites, not only are the calories way lower, but the protein is higher. So this is why we want to do egg whites with our eggs. Now, eggs are not bad. They have a lot of nutrients in them, but the calories are high. This is why we mix both, so we get the best of both worlds. Now, I will say this. One of the best breakfast options that I suggest for myself and my clients to lose weight super, super quick is to do 2 cups of liquid egg whites with a side of vegetables. Like all of my clients that lose 3-4 pounds a week, this is what they eat for breakfast. Why is it so good? Because the protein is high, the calories are very low. It's 300 calories or less. And it keeps you full for hours. It gets so much food, it's hard to eat. Thank you, Bethany. What if you don't eat eggs? If you don't eat eggs and you want something for breakfast, then you could eat this. I eat this for breakfast all the time. I eat chicken breast and veggies. Or you can cook up some ground beef and eat that with veggies. Or you can just have a protein shake and have that for breakfast. I don't believe in breakfast foods because that just limits you. Like, I'm not gonna eat cereal, I'm not gonna eat pancakes, I'm not gonna eat waffles, I'm not gonna eat bagels. None of that stuff is good for fat loss. So I don't believe in breakfast foods. Eat what's gonna get the job done. And if that's gonna be chicken breast and veggies, go for it, do it. What do you think about intermittent fasting or doing 1 meal a day? So it doesn't matter if you do intermittent fasting or not, as long as you are eating the right foods. So let's do it like this. Let's say you are eating 3 meals a day. All right, this is meal 1, meal 2, and meal 3. And let's say each one of these meals is chicken breast and veggies. All right? And let's say this is all you're eating for the day, chicken breast and veggies. Intermittent fasting means you're just eating all of those meals very close together. So you're eating the same amount of food, you're just eating it within a 4 to 8 hour window. So you're just condensing your eating time, but you're eating the same amount of food. Your body's gonna react the same. You're gonna lose the same amount of weight, everything's gonna be the same. If you don't do intermittent fasting, you just space it out even more, it's the same amount of food, you're not gonna lose any more weight or any less weight. Now, why do I not recommend doing 1 meal a day? Because it's really hard to get in enough protein if you're just eating 1 meal a day. If you need to get in 150 grams of protein or 200 grams of protein, it is very hard to get that much protein in if you're just eating 1 meal. So that's why I don't recommend that. If you don't care about getting in enough protein, then you can do 1 meal a day. You'll lose weight really quickly, but you will also lose a lot of muscle. What happens when you don't get enough protein? I answered that, you lose muscle. And if you don't get in enough protein, it does make you hungrier. Okay. For women over 40 and up going through perimenopause, what's your question? I add fruit, powdered peanut butter, and skinny syrup to my shakes as my dinner. Is that good? Yes, that is fine. Powdered peanut butter is low in calories, high in protein. Sugar-free syrup is very low in calories. It's basically calorie-free. And fruit is low calorie, so that's fine. Can you give low calorie examples for lunch and dinner? Yes, I can. So, low calorie examples for lunch and dinner. You can do 8 ounces of chicken breast with as many veggies as you want, or you can do 8 ounces of chicken breast, as many veggies as you want, and you can add in a little bit of sweet potato. Or you can take out the chicken breast and you can do 93% lean ground beef, 8 ounces of this instead of the chicken breast. Or you can do a mixture of some egg whites and eggs instead of the chicken breast. So you have the eggs and the veggies. Now, if you want, you could even do some chicken wings. You can do some chicken wings with the veggies instead. All right, so those are a few examples. Now, this is what I like to do sometimes. I like to make burgers for myself. So let me show you how. This is how I like to make low calorie, high protein burgers. Number one, I get keto buns. These buns are 1/3 of the calories of regular buns. So I take 93% lean ground beef. I make these into burger patties, and you can have 2 burgers with the low calorie buns, and you can eat that with mixed veggies instead of fries. So those are a few examples for you. And also, if you don't want to do like the meat, let's say you do seafood, you can take out the chicken breast and you can have fish instead of the chicken breast instead. Question, I want to lose weight, but after I do my weights, I can drink my protein shake. Yes, you can have a protein shake after you lift weights. Now, here's the thing. Let me explain this to you. When you're trying to lose weight, this is what you want to do. This is the structure I want everybody to follow when they're trying to lose weight. You want to do 3 meals a day and 1 high protein, low calorie snack. So meal 1, meal 2, meal 3, and your snack. Okay. If you go to the gym, you can just have your snack right after the gym, but it should be high in protein, low in calories. And you just want to eat your meals at whatever time you want to do your meals. What you don't want to do is you don't want to add in another meal or another snack just because you're going to the gym, because then that defeats the purpose. You're adding on more calories. Eat your 3 meals a day and 1 snack. Now, it doesn't matter what time you eat your meals. That's completely up to you. Do what fits you the best. Some people like to eat their first meal before they work out. Some people like to eat their first meal after they work out because they don't feel comfortable with a big, stomach full of food before they go to the gym. Some people love to go to the gym feeling full. So you just got to do what's more convenient for you. Okay? On on a GLP-1, 45 years old, no weight loss. Please help. You probably need to reach out and get some coaching, because just the way that you asked that question, that I'm giving help right here. I'm telling you exactly what to eat. So if you need more than that, you got to reach out for coaching. For anybody that wants one-on-one fitness coaching, just text the word coach to the number that you see on the screen, 516-212-9162. It is not free. Okay, so just heads up. I do have free stuff, so if you text the word coach and you fill out the application, you can either choose to join my fitness coaching program, or you can just get like free meal plans and stuff from my app. Alexander says, what's your question? Do vegetables have protein in them? Very little. So this amount of chicken breast has 60 grams of protein in it, right? This is like 8 to 9 ounces of chicken breast. This has like 60 grams of protein. The same amount of veggies, right? The same amount of veggies. Let's say this is 8 ounces of veggies. This probably has 6 grams of protein or 4 grams of protein compared to 60 grams of protein. So for the people who say there's protein in your plants, it's not the same. Big AG, I'm trying to hit my goal of 30 pounds by March. Started at the new year. Is it possible to hit that goal? Yes, you can lose 30 pounds in 3 months without working out if you eat right. So what I want you to start doing is eating 3 meals a day. Each one of your meals should have a protein and some vegetables. Your protein could be chicken breast, and you can eat that with vegetables. If you eat that 3 times a day, and if you want a snack, you snack on some fruit, you can lose 30 pounds over the next 3 months without working out. I'm vegetarian. I eat 4 eggs and 3 large carrots. Is that okay for lunch? Yeah, that's fine. Low in protein, but it's fine. Walmart rotisserie chicken, is that okay? Yes, the rotisserie chicken is fine. It's a little bit higher in fat, so the calories are higher than if you were to do chicken breast. But I will say the rotisserie chicken does taste better, so it might be easier for you to stick to your meal plan if you're doing a rotisserie chicken instead. But either one, both will get you to your goal. The chicken breast is better for your goal. Are smoothies good as a snack? It depends on how you make it. If you're adding a lot of peanut butter and high calorie ingredients to it, then stay away from it. I'm struggling with consuming my total of 160 grams of protein a day. Okay, so this is an easy way to get in 160 grams of protein. You're going to eat 3 meals a day. Each one of your meals should have 7 ounces of a protein source. So get a food scale and you're going to weigh out 7 ounces of some chicken or some fish. And you're going to eat that with a side of veggies. Do that alone. That's going to give you a lot of protein. And then you can have 1 protein shake a day. You do that, 3 meals, each one has 7 ounces of protein, and you do 1 protein shake, you'll definitely get over 160 grams of protein a day. I've been doing a big salad and 10-ounce steak every day. Make sure the steak is lean. So the leanest types of steak are top sirloin steak and top round steak. Are the pre-made chicken packs good? Yes. So I use the pre-made chicken myself. I get pre-cooked grilled chicken breast that's frozen. This is fine. If you want to cook the chicken yourself, like let's say you want to get, raw chicken and then cook it yourself, that is also incredible. That's all fine. All right. That would be healthier, but you can still do the frozen one as well. Especially if you're eating like this, even though it's frozen, this is better than Pizza Hut. This is better than burgers and fries. This is better than fast food. So, it'll be good. How do you get rid of pre-diabetes fast? So if I was pre-diabetic and I wanted to turn things around and fix it, this is how every meal that I eat would look. Number one, we would have 5 to 9 ounces of a protein like chicken breast. Number two, I would have plenty of vegetables. And then number three, if I did eat starches like sweet potato or rice, it would just be a small amount of it. This is how I would structure every single meal. Meat and potatoes is the best for bodybuilding. It depends on what your goal is. Do you put anything on your chicken for flavor? Yes, I do. I use barbecue sauce and I use hot sauce. Are beans good to eat? Beans are okay to eat. I look at beans as a carb source. So if I was going to add beans to my meal, it'd be protein, veggies, and just a small amount of beans. Does sugar matter a lot to lose weight? I only count the calories. No, the only two things you need to count if you're trying to lose weight is your calories and make sure you're getting in enough protein. Those are the only two things that really matter if you want to lose fat and build muscle. How much healthy fats a day? So the bare minimum with your healthy fats is 40 to 50 grams. Now, let me put this in order of importance. Number one, calories need to be low if you want to lose fat. Number two, your protein needs to be high if you want to keep your muscle. Number three, for your overall health, you do want some healthy fats, but if you are a beginner, that might be a little bit too complicated for most people. Now, what I like to do to make sure I'm getting in some healthy fats is I like to get my healthy fats from eggs. So I'll do 2 eggs a day, sometimes 3, and I will occasionally eat salmon. How do you properly count calories? Number one, you need to get a food scale so you can weigh your food out. So once you start weighing your food out, I can see, all right, this is 8 ounces of chicken breast. And then you use an app like MyFitnessPal and you just plug in what you weighed. That's how you begin to count your calories. All right, everybody, that is it for today. That's the end of today's lesson. For all the people who want one-on-one fitness coaching, then you can comment. You can text the word coach to the number that you see on the screen. The number is 516-212-9162. Who is fitness coaching for? Fitness coaching is for the person who wants to get a customized plan made specifically for them and somebody who wants accountability to make sure that they are actually doing everything correctly and that they are staying on top of everything. All right. Fitness coaching is not babysitting. You have to be ready to put in the work and follow a plan. Fitness coaching is for the person who 100% wants to lose 30, 50, 60 pounds over the next 6 months, and you want the support and guidance to make sure you can do that and you do not waste your time anymore. And if you want one-on-one fitness coaching, text the word coach to the number on the screen, 516-212-9162. All right, everybody, that is it for today. I'll catch you guys next time. Now, before I leave, I do want to take a poll real quick. Do you guys like me using these props and having the food on screen? If you do, let me know. And I'll continue to do my live videos just like this, where I can show you guys like a physical example of what it is that I'm talking about. If you prefer me to just be sitting down and just talking the way that I usually do it, let me know. And then I will go back to doing that. All right, so just put your answer in the comment section now. All right, let's see. Okay. Thank you, Roxanne. I appreciate that. Like the prompts. Okay. All right. Does anybody prefer it when I just sit down and talk? So let's do a little vote right now. If you like it with the props, say props. If you like it with me just talking, put talk. So props or talk in the comment section, and we'll just do a little tally up right now. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So it looks like the props win. Oh. Okay. All right. So yeah, props it is. All right, everybody. Peace out. Yeah, all right. Like I said before, this is the last time that I'll say this right now. If you want one-on-one fitness coaching, then text the word coach to the number that you see on the screen. If you do not have time to text that number because I'm about to log off now, then you can message me directly, message me the word coach, and then you will see the application to apply. And then we can get on the call today and get you started on a program today. All right, peace out. All right, everyone. I hope you guys liked that video. So that was a pre-recording of a live that I did previously. Hope you guys, okay, you guys be able to hear me. Now I go live every day at 5 p.m. Central Time to 6 p.m. I send out text messages and I send out emails every time before I go live. In the morning, I'm trying this thing out where I play the recording of the live so that nobody misses it. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now to better help you guys out is I'm gonna like play some of my older like YouTube videos for you guys here. If you guys like absolutely hate that, let me know. You know, if then I just won't do that again. I'll just make sure I go live like later in the day. But I don't think there'll be an issue. I think I've been reading the comments and I've been seeing a lot of people have been getting value from this. Now, to answer a few questions that I have been seeing in the comment section, I saw one, somebody said, like, what did she say? She said when she eats a lot of protein, she gains weight. Okay, so you gain weight when you don't eat in a calorie deficit, right? And this is true across the board. You need to be in a calorie deficit. So it's not the protein that's the issue. It's the fact that you're eating too many calories. Okay, so make sure you're eating in a calorie deficit. If you don't know how to eat in a calorie deficit, do your research on that. I have some videos that I've made where I walk you through how to count your calories, etc. It's not simple, it's not fast, but that is what you need to learn how to do. Another question that I see here is someone asks, can you list off some lean protein sources? So lean protein sources. Now a lean protein source is basically a protein source that does not have a lot of fat in it, right? So like chicken breast is lean. 96% lean ground beef is lean. 96% lean ground turkey is lean. Tilapia is lean. Cod is lean. Like shrimp is lean. Top sirloin steak is lean. So if you're looking at a piece of meat, one, I'll just say like if the meat is very fatty and juicy, that's not lean. That's an easy, like the meat is going to taste kind of dry. The same way chicken breast is drier and does not taste as good as chicken wings. That's because chicken breast is leaner. It's better for you. It has less fat. Now, fat is not bad, right? Fat is flavor, but if we're trying to lose fat, if we're trying to lose body fat, we need to eat less calories. And fatty meat is not low in calories. That's why we want to go pretty lean with it, all right? Chicken thighs is in the middle. Like, so you have really lean chicken breast, you have chicken thighs, and then you have like a fattier meat like chicken wings. So chicken breast, chicken thighs, chicken wings. So it's like a tiered list. All right. But ultimately, like I said, when we're trying to lose body fat, we need to eat in a calorie deficit. So you need to figure out how many calories you are burning every day, and then you need to eat 500 or 1,000 calories less than that. That is how you're able to lose 1 or 2 pounds of body fat every single week. Okay? The videos that I'm going to play for you guys now is just going to show you easy ways to get this done. All right, and like I said, as always, if you want more help, if you put the word coach in the comment section, I'll send you the information on like how I work with you directly. All right. Literally step by step. If you want to lose body fat and tone your body up and you don't want to have to count calories or do anything that's complicated, that's exactly what I'm going to give you in this video, literally step by step. My name is Sam. I lost 100 pounds in 6 months without having to count calories or doing anything that was complicated. And I'm going to give you guys the step-by-step plan so that you can do the same exact thing. And I also want to highlight one of my clients. His name is Maurice. How much did you weigh when you first started?
309,
What were you this morning?
300.
What's that? Like 7 days?
Yeah,
Eh,
not quite 7. We started Sunday.
Yes, wow, not even like 6 days. He just lost 31 pounds over the last 9 weeks, which is a little bit over 2 months. So if we keep going at that rate, over the next 4 months, he'll be down 60 pounds. In this video, we're gonna go over 4 things. We're gonna go over what you need to eat. We're gonna go over the workout plan you need to follow. I'm gonna give you some tips on how to stay consistent, like what to stay away from. And then finally, I'm going to walk you through what results you should expect to see within the first few weeks of you starting this plan. So number one, what to eat. So we're going to keep this very simple. We want to do 2 or 3 solid meals a day. Each meal is going to be a protein with vegetables. That's your base. Now, if you want to eat carbs with these meals like rice, potatoes, etc., we're just going to do a little bit of carbs. So just a tiny amount of the carbs. And if we want a snack, we're going to pick a healthy option. So now I'm going to give you some examples. So for breakfast, these are 3 examples. You could literally just do what I'm going to tell you. Number 1, you can just do a protein shake. You can make it with 2 scoops of protein powder and sugar-free almond milk. That's it. Option number 2, it can be 1 cup of egg whites with 3 eggs and a side of vegetables. Option number 3 is 2 eggs and 7 ounces of chicken breast, or it can be 7 ounces of 93% lean ground beef. Now for your lunch and dinner, these are 4 options. It can be 6 to 8 ounces of chicken breast with vegetables, or it can be 6 to 8 ounces of lean ground beef, 93% lean, with vegetables, or it can be 6 to 8 ounces of salmon with vegetables, or it could be 6 to 8 ounces of top sirloin steak with vegetables. And if you want, you can add in half a cup of rice or half a baked potato or half a sweet potato to your lunch and your dinner. Now, if you want to lose weight really, really quickly, we could just cut out all the carbs, but you don't have to, and you'll still be losing weight. Quick side note, the way that you cook your chicken or your vegetables or your salmon, basically when you're cooking your food, do not add a lot of butter or grease because that is going to add a lot of calories and that's going to basically make it not good for fat loss. On top of these 3 meals that we're eating, our breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we can have 1 snack a day. So for the snack, it can be 1 serving of fruit. So that could be like 1 banana or 1 apple or 1 cup of grapes, things like that. Or it can be 1 protein bar, or it can be 1 protein shake, or 1 serving of Greek yogurt. So basically the way we're eating is 3 meals a day. Each meal is going to be a protein source and vegetables. If you want, you can add a small amount of carbs to it. And if you want to have 1 snack a day, it can be something healthy like some fruit or a protein bar. Next, the workout plan we're going to follow. We're going to split the workout into 2 different categories. We have cardio and then we have strength training. So cardio, we're going to talk about that one first. Cardio is good because it helps your body burn more calories. So basically, doing cardio, it just helps you lose body fat a little bit quicker. But if you stick to that diet, you'll be losing weight. Cardio just helps speed it up a little bit. So I recommend doing 60 minutes of cardio every single day, especially if you're somebody who's inactive, meaning you have a very sedentary job where you're sitting down a lot. Now, if you do get in a lot of steps because your job is pretty active, then you can do 30 minutes. But I can say this, the more cardio you do, the faster you're going to be losing weight. So if you want to just do 60 minutes, regardless of if you're active or not, do 60 minutes of cardio a day. It can only help you. Now, what to do for cardio? You can walk outside. You can walk on a treadmill with an incline. You can do the Stairmaster. You can use the elliptical. You can use the bike. You can play a sport. You can dance, etc. It's anything that gets your heart rate up and anything that has your body just burning more and moving more. Now, the more intense it is, usually the better because that means you're going to be burning more calories. And like I said, if we're trying to lose body fat quicker, we want to do more cardio and do it a little bit more intensely. Now we're going to talk about the strength training. So some examples of strength training would be lifting weights or doing calisthenics, things like that. Weightlifting or strength training is done in order to build muscle. So a very simple routine that I like to follow is I like to do 4 days a week. Okay, Two of those workouts will be focused on the lower body muscles, and the other two workouts will be focused on the upper body and the core muscles. Because generally speaking, we want to hit every muscle group at least once or twice a week. So us doing 2 lower days and 2 upper body and core days is going to be like an easy way for us to hit full body in a nice, even and balanced way. Now, if you already have a good workout routine, just follow that. But if you need a simple one to follow, you can do this. So on your 2 lower body days, you can do squats, lunges, and leg press. If you don't go to the gym, you can do squats, lunges, and you can do glute bridges. If you are going to do upper body, you can do push-ups, or you can do a chest press. That's for your chest. You can do pull-ups, or you can do lat pull-downs. That's for your back. You can do dumbbell shoulder presses. That's for your shoulders. You can do bicep curls, and you can do tricep extensions. And for your core, you can do leg raises, and you can do sit-ups. Now, for every exercise that I just laid out, do like 4 sets of each one and do 10 to 20 reps of each. Now, if you want to make these workouts harder, just do more reps, or, use heavier weights. If you want to make it easier, just do them body weight and do a little bit less reps. Now that we have the plan, so you know exactly what to eat, you know to do your cardio every day, you know to lift weights 4 days a week. And if you do that, you're going to be losing body fat. Now I want to give you some tips to help you stay consistent. So tip number 1, and this is a major one, remove all of the junk food from your home. If the junk food is not there, you're not going to be able to eat it. It's as simple as that. Number 2, avoid high temptation environments. Sometimes that means skipping certain hangouts, like I can't hang out with certain friends. Now, this is a short-term sacrifice in order for us to reach a major goal, because you got to recognize your patterns. If you know every time you go to your friend's house, like every time we go to Sally's house, we end up eating cake and ice cream, let's not go to Sally's house because it's full of temptation. So that's the idea behind that. Now, if you are able to stick to this plan exactly as I laid it out, you should see, matter of fact, you will see that you're losing 2 to 4 pounds of body fat every single week. Okay? Imagine if we stick to a plan like this for the next 3, 6, 9, or 12 months, you will completely transform the way that you look forever. Now, what I just told you, it will work. If you stick to that, your body will transform very quickly and you will get that 6-pack. You will get that toned body that you're looking for. Like, you will see the results if you stick to that. You'll see results within a month, guaranteed. Now, if you're somebody who struggles with accountability, maybe you need somebody to give you just like more strategy and to like work with you and to give you that support that you need, then you can click the link for fitness coaching. We'll get on a call. And if you like the program, then we will get you started on something. All right? Take care and do me a favor. Comment below and let me know what you would like to learn next. And it would be my honor to help you reach your fitness goal. Take care. God bless you. And I'll be telling you what supplements to take if you want to lose body fat and build muscle. All right, I'm going to be giving you the list of supplements to take from order of importance, and I'll be telling you what they're good for, why you should take it, etc. My name is Coach Sam. I lost 100 pounds in 6 months by following a strict meal plan, by doing my cardio consistently and working out. I was able to lose 100 pounds of body fat and build muscle, and for the first time in my life at that time, I had abs, life-changing. I've been able to keep the weight off just by following simple fitness tips, and that is my goal, to help you reach your fitness goals in the simplest way possible. Let's get into this list of supplements to take. Number 1 is a protein powder or protein shakes. Why is this good? It's just an easy way for you to get your protein in. You want to take in 1 gram of protein for every pound that you weigh, or take in 1 gram of protein for every pound that you want to weigh. Okay? My ideal body weight is 215 pounds, so I'm taking in at least 215 grams of protein a day. That can be rough if you're getting that from like chicken breast or regular food, which I do recommend. If you can get your protein from regular food, do that. But some days I want to do the shakes because I might not have that much of an appetite on certain days. Okay. Now, if I do 2 protein shakes where each shake is made with 2 scoops of protein powder, that right there could be 80 to 100 grams of protein, which makes it so much easier for me to hit my protein goal for the day. Now, guys, hitting your protein goal is very important, especially if you are trying to lose body fat and build muscle. If you do not hit your protein goal while losing body fat, you will lose muscle. Okay, so you need to hit your protein goal in order for you to get stronger and build muscle as you are losing body fat. This is why protein powder is number one on the list. It's the most important thing you need to be doing. Now, how do you know if you're picking a good protein powder? An ideal protein powder is going to have around 100 calories per scoop and around 25 grams of protein. Now, the numbers might be a little off from that, but that's the numbers you should be looking at. If you look at the calories and the amount of protein per scoop, it should stay around 100 or 120 calories and somewhere around 22 to 26 grams of protein per scoop of protein. All right. Now, three good brands that I know do this well is number one, Protolite, number two, Isoflex, and number three, Gold Standard Whey. Okay. There are other ones, but those three are ones that I've tried personally, so I know that they're good. You can also do pre-made protein shakes. Now, same thing. You want the protein in these pre-made protein shakes to be as high as possible, and you want the calories to be as low as possible. So when you look at the back, let's say the protein shake has 25 grams of protein, it should have like 150 calories or less. And if it has 30 grams of protein, it should have 180 calories or less. If it has 40 grams of protein, it should have 250 calories or less. If it has slightly more calories, that's fine. But you want to look for high protein, low calories. And I recommend if you are going to be doing a pre-made protein shake, if it has 25 grams of protein, just do two of them. This way you get 50 grams in. But ultimately, you need to make sure that you are hitting your individual protein goal, which is around 1 gram of protein for every pound that you weigh. But if you have a lot of body fat, it is 1 gram of protein for every pound that you want to weigh. Okay? So protein powder, protein shakes, number one on the list. Number two, we're going to talk about creatine monohydrate. So what does creatine do? Creatine helps you basically just build more muscle. How does it do that? Number one, you will recover faster in between hard sets so you can push harder. Number two, you will be able to get in more reps during your sets. So you're basically able to just get more out of your workout. And since you're able to work out harder, you basically trigger more muscle growth. So, and this is important, especially if you're trying to build muscle, really especially if you're trying to lose body fat and build muscle where you're more prone to muscle loss. Taking creatine will just help you push harder in the gym, which you must do if you want to be able to build muscle or at the very least not lose your muscle. Now, how much creatine should you be taking? You should take 10 grams of creatine a day if you are a muscular man, you weigh like 190 pounds or more and you're muscular. You can take 5 grams of creatine a day if you weigh less than, let's say, like 180 and you don't have that much muscle on your body. All right. Now, when you first start taking creatine, if you want to get the most immediate benefit from it, you want to do something called loading creatine. So if you don't take creatine now and you want to start taking it, for the first 5 to 7 days, you take 20 grams of creatine a day. And so you split that up into a 5-gram increment. So you take 5 grams in the morning, put in your coffee. You take 5 grams a few hours later, take another 5 grams, take another 5 grams later. So you take 20 grams across the day for the first 5 to 7 days. And then after that first 5 to 7 day period, men that are muscular, you can take 10 grams of creatine every day forever after that. Ladies or people who aren't as muscular, I'm not trying to be funny, you can take 5 grams of creatine a day after that. Now, when is the best time for you to take creatine? The absolute best time to take creatine is going to be right after your workout because your muscles are going to absorb it better. The next best time to take creatine would be with any solid meal. And the third best time to take creatine is just take it at any point in time in the day. All right. As long as you take creatine, you're going to be fine. But if you wanted to optimize, then you want to take it right after you work out because that's when your muscles are going to absorb the creatine better because you're going to be more insulin sensitive. So it's going to pull in the creatine and the other nutrients better right after you work out. So number one, we have protein powder and protein shakes. Then number two, we have creatine monohydrate. Number three, we have pre-workout. Pre-workout basically does two things. Number one, it wakes you up because of the caffeine and it's a stimulant. So it just makes you more alert, allowing you to push harder in the gym. It like hypes you up. Number two, it allows you to push harder because it increases blood flow, which helps you squeeze out a few extra reps or recover better in between sets. So similar to what the effect creatine has on you. Now, I would recommend you start off with small doses. and you want to gauge what your tolerance is. So when I start taking pre-workout, I don't take it right now, but whenever I start taking pre-workout, if I ever need it, I will literally start taking a quarter of a scoop. I recommend you take a small serving first to gauge your tolerance and then increase it as you want. Now, just a quick FYI, I'm not a doctor, so any piece of advice that I give you, you have to check with your doctor before you actually start utilizing these tips. Number 4 on the list is electrolytes. Electrolytes are important if you sweat a lot. It will help you stay hydrated and it will help prevent cramping. So I sweat a lot. You know, I get on the Stairmaster for an hour a day and I am drenched. And if I'm not taking my electrolytes, I'll start cramping up like crazy. My abs will start cramping up. My legs will start cramping up. My arms, my back will start cramping because I sweat a lot. And when you sweat, you are like, you know, secreting a lot of your electrolytes. So you need to replenish that by taking electrolytes. You can take a powder, you can take it once a day, but it depends on how much you sweat. Next, we have omega-3 fish oil. Now, this is good for a few things. Number 1, it helps reduce inflammation. And then number 2, it also helps with your joint health. Now, let's talk about inflammation because for the longest time, I didn't really know what inflammation was and how it affected your body. You have regular inflammation, like let's say you close your hand in a car door, you know, it will swell. That's your body sending white blood cells. Like that's your immune system's response to help heal your body. But you have chronic inflammation, which basically happens when you are eating a lot of fast food, you're eating a lot of, you know, like poison. You're doing things that is poisonous to your body. You might be smoking a lot, you might be drinking, you might be barely sleeping. And this causes your body to constantly have that like immune response where it's like constantly like in fight mode. And that does 2 things. Number 1, it's very fatiguing for your body, for your immune system to always be on high alert. And number 2, if your immune system is always on high alert, eventually it does start attacking your healthy body's tissue, your joints, your brain, your blood vessels, etc., your organs. And once again, this is triggered when you eat a lot of bad food. It's triggered when you're not really sleeping and when you're just doing things that's like poisonous to your body. You're smoking a lot, you're drinking, you know, your body is fighting against itself, basically. It's always on fight mode. So if you are currently doing a lot of these unhealthy things, you need to stop so that your immune system can breathe and you won't constantly be inflamed the way that you are. Also, another thing that causes chronic inflammation is just having a lot of excess body fat on your body. Now, taking fish oil will help calm down your immune system. Okay, so you will feel better rested. Your joints will heal up a little bit better and it will help solve all the issues that come along with inflammation. But the 2 improvements that I am personally most familiar with is you start taking fish oil, you will notice that your joints will feel better. And number 2, your overall energy and wellness and the way that your brain feels will feel better as well too. Next on the list, we have collagen. Now, the reason why this is on the list is because a lot of people have been asking about how to prevent loose skin. Now, this is what I have here for collagen. Now, collagen is the main protein that keeps your skin firm and your joints strong. Over time, aging and inflammation break it down, which can lead to looser skin and stiffer joints and just slower recovery all around. So if you start taking collagen, let's say you're taking 10 to 15 grams a day, especially you should take it with vitamin C. It will help your body rebuild some of that structure, which can improve skin elasticity and hydration and support tendons and ligaments. It will not completely prevent or fix loose skin, but it can improve overall skin quality. It's not a magic pill. You start taking collagen, it's not like if you have a whole bunch of loose skin, it's automatically going to like snap back like magic. No. But if you are currently losing a lot of weight, if you start taking collagen now, you will see like some improvements. Or you won't have as much loose skin if you start taking collagen now because your skin's health will improve. It'll be better hydrated. It'll be a little bit more elastic. So if you start taking it now while you're losing a lot of body fat, that can help minimize the amount of loose skin that you have. Next on the list, we have fat burners. So number 1, fat burners, they help boost your energy and suppress your appetite. How? Because fat burners are basically stimulants. It's just like if you drink coffee. You know, you drink coffee, it's the caffeine in it is a stimulant. Basically, when you drink a stimulant, it suppresses your appetite. It makes you a little bit more hyper. It's suppressing your appetite, helps you be in a calorie deficit. It being a stimulant and making you hyper helps you burn more calories. So it just helps you be in a bigger calorie deficit. It's not necessary, but it could offer a benefit for some people because, like I said, it just helps you eat less and move a little bit more. All right, and that is it. That's the list of the 7 supplements that I have for you, listed in order of importance. I'm just going to go through them for you just so you know. Number 1 is protein powder and protein shakes. Number 2 is creatine monohydrate. Number 3 is pre-workout. Number 4 is electrolytes. Number 5 is omega-3 fish oil. Number 6 is collagen. Number 7 is fat burners. All right, so if I had to like narrow it down and just give you the most important 2, I would say number 1, take your protein powder. It will help you get your protein in. Number 2, take your creatine monohydrate. It will help you build muscle. And number 3, take pre-workout if you need it. It will help you have better workouts because you'll be more alert. The rest of them, you don't really need. If you're worried about loose skin and your skin's quality, especially as you get a little older, you can take collagen. But like I said, they're not really all like necessary to lose body fat and build muscle. I hope this video was helpful. If you learned something new, please comment below. I learned something new. Like, I really had to dig deep into what inflammation was and the effects that it has on the body. So if you learned something new from this video, let me know. Okay. Now, if you would like to work with a fitness coach one-on-one and get a custom plan and have somebody holding you accountable, then you can click the link below and schedule a consultation call with me, and we will get you on the right track. Take care. God bless and peace out. Fat and build muscle fast. In this video, I'm going to... All right, what's going on, guys? So, a few questions. Is creatine bad for kidney issues? Yeah, if you got kidney issues, then you need to talk to your doctor. I would not be taking creatine personally. If I had kidney issues and I wanted to take creatine, I would ask my doctor first. Okay? Outside of that, then yes, I would take creatine. Also, Shirley, I see you're commenting, coach. You are not, you're not using regular characters. You're using like O's with apostrophes. Like, comment the word coach with regular characters, and then I'll send you the application. Or it's an automation. Like what you're doing right now, you're not going to trigger it with that. All right, so one more video, and then that'll be it for this live. So this video is going to be like 20, 30 minutes long. I recommend that you stay and watch it if you're trying to like get fit, because it will be helpful. Exactly what to eat, and I'm just going to give you a free meal plan that you can follow in order to lose body fat and build muscle fast. My name is Coach Sam. I lost 100 pounds in 6 months by eating this way. And if you eat this way, you will be able to lose body fat super quick, build muscle, tone up, get rid of the diabetes, balance out your blood sugar, just like I have been able to do for myself and the same way I've done for a ton of my clients. So buckle up and let's get started. So in this video, I'm going to do 2 things for you. Number 1, I'm going to show you how to structure a full day of eating for yourself, so you know exactly how to eat for meal 1, meal 2, meal 3. Then I'm actually going to show you my specific meal plan that I use to lose body fat. And if you just want to keep it simple, you can literally just copy my meal plan. So number 1, we are going to do 2 or 3 meals a day. I prefer for you to do 3 meals, but if you just want to do 2 meals, that's fine. Now, what are these meals going to consist of? Every meal needs to definitely have a protein and some vegetables. These 2 are the most important things, right? So protein, that is your top priority. Every meal that you eat needs to have 5 to 8 ounces of a protein source. Now, when it comes to the vegetables, you can do, let's say, 2 to 4 cups of vegetables. You can pretty much load up your plate with as many vegetables as you want. So let me kind of make this real for you. If I'm having a plate of food, right, I'm going to have 5 to 8 ounces of a protein on that plate, right? Let's say that's some chicken breast, or it's some chicken thighs, or it's salmon, or cod, or flounder, or top sirloin steak, or 93% lean ground beef, or 93% lean ground turkey. Those are examples of protein sources. So I'm gonna have 5 to 8 ounces of a protein source. Now, if you're a woman, you can do 5 ounces. If you're a man, you can do 8 or 9 ounces of protein. Next, we're going to do 3 to 4 cups of some vegetables. Okay, now vegetables, very simple. That can be broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, kale, carrots, any vegetable that you want to eat pretty much. Okay, so that's number 1. We have the protein and we have some vegetables on the plate. Every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, I have fats and carbs. These are also important, but it's not nearly as important as making sure every plate has a protein source and some vegetables. Listen to this. If you only eat 3 meals a day And every meal is just some chicken breast or some chicken thighs and some broccoli. Like breakfast, lunch, and dinner is just a protein source and some vegetables, and you did nothing else, like no snacking, you would lose weight. And you'll be able to build some muscle if you're lifting weights. But you will lose body fat if 3 meals a day or 2 meals a day is just a protein source and some vegetables, okay? Now, we can add in some healthy fats. That's important. So healthy fat examples, that can be things like eggs, salmon. Now, if you notice eggs and salmon, these are also protein sources. So if you want to get like the best of both worlds and keep it simple, if you do salmon and broccoli, not only do you get the protein, not only are you getting in some vegetables, but you're also getting in some healthy fats because of the salmon. That's number one. Also, some other fat sources can be avocado. You can do some walnuts. You can do like a tablespoon of olive oil when you're cooking your food. So we also can add in some healthy fats as well too. And then finally, let's talk about the carbs. Carbs, that can be things like your rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, quinoa, pasta, bread, the carby, the starchy stuff. So what are the rules we want to follow when we are making a meal plan for ourselves to lose body fat? Number one, we're going to eat 2 to 3 meals a day. Every meal is going to have a protein source and some vegetables, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, we want to add in a small amount of fats. So with our breakfast, we can add 2 eggs. And for our dinner, occasionally, we can eat salmon instead of chicken breast. Or we can do chicken breast and broccoli, but maybe we cook our chicken breast with 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Or we add in half an avocado. Now listen to this. When it comes to the healthy fats, you must use portion control. Because if you add too much olive oil or too much avocado or you eat too many walnuts, it will stop you from losing body fat because fats have a lot of calories. So you have to use portion control with the healthy fats. So far we know we're eating 3 meals a day, our breakfast, our lunch, our dinner, right? And we have a small amount of healthy fats with each one of those meals. When it comes to carbs, this is the rule I like to follow. To keep it simple, we want to use portion control. I like to do this. Out of my 3 meals a day, only 1 meal will have some rice or some bread or some pasta. The other 2 meals will just be the protein and the vegetables and just a little bit of carbs with just 1 meal a day. Okay, so that's the rule I like to follow when it comes to carbs. Now, can you eat carbs with all of your meals? Yes, you can. But if you're trying to lose body fat, you have to use portion control. So if you want to eat rice with your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, then you can do a half a cup of cooked rice with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But to keep it simple, it's better if you just pick 1 meal a day. That's something that has worked for me. Really quickly, I'm just going to go over a few specific examples of some protein sources, some vegetables, some fats, and some carbs, just so you know how to better assemble a meal plan for yourself. So protein sources, we can do eggs or egg whites or chicken breasts or chicken thighs or 93% lean ground beef or 93% lean ground turkey or top sirloin steak, salmon, tilapia, cod, flounder. Those are all great examples of protein sources. Next, the vegetables. You can do the frozen mixed veggies. You can do broccoli. You can do cauliflower. You can do kale. You can do spinach. You can do string beans. You can do carrots. Any vegetable pretty much. You can even do a salad or a side salad. Next, let's talk about fats. We can do nuts like almonds or walnuts. We can do avocado. We can do olive oil. We can do eggs, salmon. Also, these are all fat sources. Next, let's talk about carbs. We have rice, potatoes, sweet potato, quinoa, pasta, bread, all of that stuff. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go through breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I'm going to give you a few good options for each one of those meals. So let's start off with breakfast. And just so you know, when it comes to breakfast, you don't have to eat breakfast foods for breakfast. This is why a lot of people mess up and they skip breakfast because they can't find healthy breakfast foods like pancakes, waffles, muffins, cereal. Don't eat that. Orange juice, like that is unhealthy. That is like diabetes on a plate. We're not eating that. We're trying to lose body fat. We got to follow the rules. Okay, so let's come up with a few examples right now. So breakfast. Option number 1 can be a protein shake. Why is a protein shake good? A protein shake is good because it contains the protein. And remember what I said, the vegetables, the fats, and the carbs All of that stuff is pretty much optional, honestly. As long as we get the protein shake in, like we're good. We have our protein. How would we get the protein shake? So you can either make it yourself with 2 scoops of protein powder and sugar-free almond milk, or you can buy a pre-made protein shake. So some good protein powders that you can use if you want to make it yourself. There's a brand called Proto-Lite. There's a brand called Gold Standard Whey. There's a brand called Isoflex. There's one called Transparent Labs. Those are 4 good ones that you can use. I've tried them, love them. Next, if we're going to use pre-made protein shakes, we can do Premier Protein. For me, I drink 2 Premier Protein shakes for my breakfast, or if I'm going to use it as a meal replacement, I'll drink 2 of them because each one is only 30 grams of protein, so I just double up and have 2. So I recommend you have 2 if you're going to be eating that, or if you're going to be drinking that as a meal replacement. Next, we have Lean Body. Next, we have Muscle Milk. We also have the Core Power, that's 42 grams of protein. Now, whenever you are doing a protein shake, you want to make sure that you are at least getting in 40 grams of protein from your protein shake. Okay, so the brands that I just gave you are perfect. You're going to get in at least 40 grams of protein with those protein shake options. And just so you know, you can have a protein shake in place of any, like if you don't feel like eating lunch or dinner, you can just have a protein shake. So a protein shake is a good meal replacement for any meal. Another breakfast option, we can do 2 cups of egg whites, right? With some veg. Amazing meal for fat loss. So you get a measuring cup, you pour in 2 cups of liquid egg whites, you have some vegetables on the side of that, and there you go. Now, if we wanted to add in some healthy fats or some carbs, how do we do that? We can either cook the egg whites with a teaspoon of olive oil, or we can add in half an avocado, right? That'll give us some healthy fats. And if we wanted to add in some carbs, we can have 1 slice of toast. Another good breakfast option, we can do the egg whites, that's the protein. So 1 cup of egg whites, that's protein. And then we can add in, let's say 2 to 4 ounces of ground turkey. That's even more protein and a little bit of flavor if we season it right. And we're gonna add in some vegetables. We add in some mixed veggies, and we can add in half an avocado for some healthy fats. Now, like I said, I don't really care if you skip the healthy fats, honestly, because if you're trying to lose body fat, if you skip the healthy fats, it's not as healthy, but you will lose fat quicker. So it's not that important, especially if you are just now starting off. We want to make sure that the meals have a protein source and some vegetables. These are our top priorities. So if adding in the fats and carbs right now is too confusing for you, you can skip it for now. Let me give you another example. For breakfast, we can do 2 eggs, and we can have that with 6 ounces of steak. So steak and eggs, 2 eggs, 6 ounces of steak. That gives us our protein, and we have some healthy fats from the 2 eggs. Or now, if you wanted to make this even more filling, you could add in some vegetables with that meal. So there you have it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 healthy breakfast options that you can pick. Now, if you want to keep it super simple, what could you eat for breakfast? You could eat one of my favorite simple meals. That would just be eat chicken breast and vegetables. And I have done that before. I'll do 8 ounces of chicken breast, eat that with some vegetables. These are all good options that you can pick for your breakfast. And if you are running late on time, just keep it simple and do the protein shake. So now let's talk about some lunch options. So remember, for lunch, we need to make sure that every meal has a protein source and some vegetables. And I would like to keep it super simple. I will literally just do protein and veggies for my lunch. I keep it very simple. So what can that be? For lunch, we can do chicken breast and vegetables, or we can do top sirloin steak with vegetables, or we can do ground turkey with vegetables, or we can do ground beef with vegetables, or we can do fish with vegetables. We can even do eggs and vegetables. How much protein and how much vegetables? Remember, with the vegetables, we can do pretty much as we want. And when it comes to the protein, we want to weigh out, let's say 5 to 8 ounces of the protein and eat that with some vegetables. So keep it simple. Now, if we absolutely feel like having carbs with this, what do? We just add a small serving of carbs. So we just might add a half a cup of rice to our lunch, or we can add half a baked potato to our lunch. And if we feel like adding some healthy fats to this, We can add in, let's say, half an avocado to the lunch, or we can have some walnuts on the side, eat that with the lunch. Or we can cook our protein and vegetables with a teaspoon of olive oil. That way we get in our healthy fats. That's lunch. Now, let's talk about dinner. If we want to make this good for dinner, what do? Literally, we eat the same exact thing. We eat 5 to 8 ounces of a protein source. We eat that with some vegetables. So the chicken breast and vegetables, the steak and veggies, the fish and veggies, the eggs and veggies. Now, what I like to do is I usually like to save my carbs for dinner time so I can go to bed, having some carbs in my system. I just feel more satisfied. It's easier for me to go to sleep. So I will add in that half a cup of rice or that half a sweet potato to my dinner. And if I feel like having some fats, I'll add in half an avocado. Or once again, I'll cook the meals with a tablespoon of olive oil. And that's how we make a meal plan. And if we're really trying to lose body fat, I recommend we don't really snack. If we're gonna snack on fruit. But I try to minimize the snacking when we're trying to lose body fat. So that's how we build a meal plan. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So now I'm gonna walk you through my specific meal plan for today. So today for my breakfast, I'm gonna have 1 cup of egg whites with 2 eggs and 4 ounces of chicken breast with a side of mixed vegetables. Gonna be a very filling breakfast. Then for my lunch, I'm gonna have 8 ounces of chicken breast with a side of vegetables. And then for my dinner, I'm gonna have 8 ounces of chicken breast with some vegetables, 2 eggs, and 1 slice of toast. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys how I like to make it. And I like to make my food very fast and very simple. So now it is time for breakfast. For breakfast, we are having 1 cup of egg whites, 2 eggs, 4 to 5 ounces of chicken breast, and a side of vegetables. It's gonna be a very filling breakfast. So let's get started with the chicken breast and the veggies. Now, I use frozen vegetables, but you can make them yourself. This is just quicker. So what I do is I pour out as many vegetables as I feel like eating on a plate. Now we have our food scale here. We're gonna make sure that we actually weigh out the protein. The vegetables, you don't gotta worry about too much. So if you don't know how to use a food scale, you put the stuff on, you press 0, and then whatever you put on, it like triggers and it captures the weight. We're doing 4 ounces of chicken breast for this breakfast. I'm using the chicken breast strips from the grocery store. It's already cooked. All I got to do is literally put on the plate and warm it up. But you can make the chicken breast yourself too. You'll save some money, but you will not save time. And it's probably a little bit healthier if you cook it yourself, but you know, this is better than nothing. This is definitely better than McDonald's. 4.1 ounces of chicken breast. So now we put this in the microwave. Now, when I say do a cup of egg whites, get a liquid measuring cup, and then you just literally measure out 1 cup of the egg whites. And we're gonna do 2 eggs. I'm gonna add in my seasoning. I have some Kinders. This is the brand that we use. It's called Kinders. This one is the blend, and this one is red jalapeno garlic. To be honest, I'm not picky. I just, want it to taste good. So we season that bad boy up. Now we cook it on the stove. So come on. Pro tip, whenever you're gonna be cooking, right, on the stove, you need to use cooking spray. Do not use regular like olive oil and things like that because that adds a lot of calories unless you are intentionally trying to get in some healthy fats. But I use cooking spray. And even with the cooking spray, you gotta be quick with it. So just not too much cooking spray. All right, pouring it into the panioso. Now, to be honest with you, you could add like onions and peppers and all of that fancy stuff if you want to. Like, that's completely fine. I just don't do that. So what I do is like, I let this sit for, let's say, 2 minutes, 3 minutes like this. Now, the key to making a good omelet is you don't want it to be too hot. So I noticed that the heat was a little too hot, so I turned it down a little bit. You're gonna see, this is gonna be a perfect omelet. But to be honest with you, even if this food burns, I'm still gonna eat it. All right, so I just spoke to my wife and she said that if I cover this will help the eggs cook on the top a bit more. So I'm going to try this out. All right, let's uncover that. That's perfect. That is beautiful. You see this right here? This is how you make a perfect omelet. All right, so this is breakfast. This is the 1 cup of egg whites, 2 eggs, the 4 ounces of chicken breast, and the mixed veggies. I will add very little barbecue sauce to this, and I'll add a little bit of hot sauce to this just to enhance it. And this is breakfast. So I just finished working and now it's time for lunch. We're doing chicken breast and vegetables for lunch. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm not really too hungry right now, so I'm not gonna add a crazy amount of mixed vegetables to the lunch. We're gonna add 8 ounces of chicken breast. Lunch is very simple. Some chicken breast and veggies, and now we just throw it in the microwave. Just so you guys know, I have my beautiful wife on the camera. Now it's time for me to eat my lunch. I got my 8 ounces of chicken breast, I got my mixed vegetables, a little bit of barbecue sauce, and some hot sauce. So, it is time to dig in. This is really good. While I eat this, I'm just gonna like work for a little bit, maybe relax for a few. I have some more videos to edit, some business stuff to handle. Then I'm gonna go hit the gym and get a nice little workout in. All right, and I'll catch you guys when it's time for dinner. All right, guys, so just left the gym. Now it is time for my dinner. All right, feeling a little tired. So for dinner, we have 8 ounces of chicken breast, some vegetables, 2 eggs, and I'm feeling like having a little bit of carbs, so I'm gonna add in just a small slice of some, what is it, Ezekiel bread or sourdough toast that we have? So that's what I'm gonna have, that's what I'm gonna have for dinner. So let's get started on the eggs. So for the eggs, we're just gonna take 2 of these eggs, crack it, going to season it. Just so you know, if you have high blood pressure, you should use sodium-free seasoning, like Mrs. Dash is a good one. I'm gonna cover that. Now, usually late at night, I do get a little hungry, so I'll add more veggies at night. I'd rather get super full, and veggies are very low in calories, so they're good for keeping you full without being too many calories. And we're gonna add in our 8 ounces of chicken breast. Now, like I said, I do want some carbs with my dinner, so I'm gonna cut off a nice slice of this sourdough bread. All right, this is gonna be the carbs that I eat with my dinner. All right, so now the eggs are ready. Let's go ahead and put these eggs on the plate. This is my dinner meal right here. I have 8 ounces of chicken breast, mixed veggies, I have 2 eggs, and I have 2 slices of sourdough toast so I can get my little carb fix in. And that's it. I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna watch some TV, relax. Just a quick recap. If you're trying to lose body fat, if you just stick to a meal plan, right? Number one, make a meal plan for yourself. 3 meals a day. Each meal needs to have protein, vegetables on the plate. You can just copy my meal plan right here. You know, I do a lot of protein and veggies. I do carbs in moderation. You see, I just had carbs with just 1 meal today. If you do that, you will be able to lose body fat. All right, so copy my meal plan and do it for the next 30 days. And when you lose 10, 12 pounds, come back to this video and let me know how much weight you lost. Now, if you want me to build a custom meal plan for you and to build something tailored to you and give you accountability, maybe you want a fitness coach, comment the word coach in the comment section, or you can just click the link below and you will be able to apply for fitness coaching. I also have a training that I'm going to link below. And in this video, I go into deeper depth about how I was able to lose 100 pounds in 6 months. So definitely check out that training. It's another YouTube video. And that's it, guys. God bless you and peace out. And remember this, a better you creates a better society. Later.